This game went free to play earlier this week. As you know, it's by Tryon using the Havoc engine, which amazingly, it just looks so tremendously awesome. Fallout 3 used the Havoc engine. Diablo 3 did. Battlefield 3. Fear 2. Guild Wars 2. Very big names. Resident Evil 5 used the Havoc engine. StarCraft 2. There's so many. Some really big names that have used it. Tryon really did some amazing stuff with this game. And the craziest thing is it's multi-genre because it's sci-fi FPS. But at the same time, there's quite a bit of squad-based combat to it. You can see some of the parts of Rift in it with the whole public events. This game so far, no joke, rates at least a 9.5. I am not generous with scores. I will nitpick the crap out of stuff. But this game is just so amazing because it's got so much content. Even though you're sitting there doing nothing more than the same thing you do in so many other games with running around doing missions, because you half the time are holding your breath, dodging and shooting back at guys, looking for cover, and doing, you know, all the normal combat stuff, you don't even think about the fact that you're running missions. And unlike most of these modern day MMOs, there is no grind to this. I'm just running and gunning and having a blast, having a ball. Get a forerunner like 10 minutes into the game because they have you going all over the place. There's a lot of busy work to it. You are traveling around quite a bit. There's a few spots that you can fast travel to if need be. But then again, it's really kind of cool to have your little four-wheeler out there running around doing stuff. I already have a Tryon account. If you don't already have an account, such as I had a Rift account, I was able to just link that up. You can find it really easily. From there, you pretty much download, install, patch, start playing. Character creation screen is a little standard. There's not a whole lot of selections. You're not overwhelmed by the selections. It's never been a really huge feature in most MMOs. And this game is really no exception. It doesn't put a lot of effort into the character select. I'm a survivalist. My primary weapon is a sniper rifle. So when you complete the really big events and get to really uber gear, that's what you're getting. For me, it's a sniper. Class really has very little to do with it except what you wear and, you know, what your primary weapon will be. At first, you're on this huge ship. You see it coming in over the Golden Gate Bridge. It's a gorgeous cinematic. It goes to the interior cut. You see Captain Grant giving those orders and telling people what they're supposed to be doing, and you meet this gentleman Von Bach, who's a kind of Weasley little scientist fella. The storyline just progresses. Grant finds somebody, tells him, you know, you need to have a seat, and Von Bach comes up and tells him, hey, this isn't your guy, you don't tell him what to do. And it turns out to be you. You design your character, then you sit down because the ship starts rocking, and the ship gets shot down. This is all in the opening 5 minutes. That's when you wake up on the planet and all hell breaks loose. You're in the middle of this huge wreckage with nothing but a pistol. And that's where the gameplay starts. Unlike so many games, the tutorial is here you are, this is how you do things. No, it doesn't bother to go through that whole, okay, now if you press this button, this will happen, and if you press that button, that will happen. No condescending tutorials. You're just thrust into the middle of hell and told, good luck. It's got a fairly steep learning curve, so anybody that's really new to FPS style games, you're going to have a little bit of an issue, but if you've got any kind of background in that, you're going to be fine. The whole Echo thing, which is the environmental guardian something or other, will pop up. It's a little ghost looking person. She'll explain what's going on a little bit and tell you to go here, go there, get your new weapon. You can equip 2 weapons, get you some grenades and a shield, and tell you, hey, let's start looking for Von Bach, who is your boss. And that's pretty much the gist of it. You meet back up with Captain Nolan, and he starts sending you out on missions. But the missions here are so quick and so fluid, half the time you don't even realize, oh crap, I'm done. It's not like the old days where you had to go through 3 and 4 zones to complete a single mission. You go, you do the objective, mission's complete, you get your reward, everybody's happy. You don't really do levels here. You get what's called the ego rating. The way you boost your ego is through technically what would be considered levels, as well as completing pursuits, kind of like achievements. But the cool thing about it is when you complete a good one, you get a boost to your echo rating. So if you get marksmanship with the sniper rifle, once you complete all 4 or 5 of sniping in the shadows 1, you get a +5 to your echo rating, which is actually pretty sweet. It gives people a reason to go out and start doing these achievements, unlike other games where you just get it and they go, hey, surprise, congrats, whoop-de-doo, go on, now ghost you, run away. They are very viable rewards for completing these achievements. Definitely makes you keep coming. Like most games, they do have a rarity system in this, and that rarity system goes from white being common to green, which is uncommon, blue is rare, purple is epic, orange is legendary. immediately, within the first, I would say 15-20 minutes of gameplay, you get a green item, which is normally your primary weapon, whatever that may be. About 10 to 15 minutes later, you're getting your second major thing, which is your runner, your four-wheeler, which opens up quite a bit of the game for you. There's a lot of really cool stuff. I mean, there's so much stuff to do in this game because of the fact that there are different little challenges that you can start on. There's some that's called hot shot challenges, where you're given a very limited supply of ammo and told to defend a point while creatures keep coming at you. Another one is races. We've got arc falls, we've got time trials, rampage, a lot of side missions. There's so much stuff in this game that it is just unreal. The nuclear symbol means that's one of the huge events, and by doing those you get really awesome rewards. I got through this one huge event. It was called Incursion in Mount Town. The end event of it was 8 waves of monsters. And it starts out and you have one objective. Then you get 2 objectives that you gotta take and hold. 3 objectives to take and hold. Meanwhile, there's these insane waves of mutants coming out to just tear you apart. And when you complete it all, you get a very nice lockbox, which gives you items. I got a epic sniper rifle out of it. So a lot of these events are worth doing so much that it's really not funny. The AI of this game is really nice as well, because you have some creatures that will look for cover. Mostly they're ranged guys. They will go and look for cover and shoot at you from behind the cover. The other ones, you're not so lucky because they're coming straight at you from different angles and smacking the crap out of you from every angle. So the AI in this game is a huge bonus. Graphically, the game looks gorgeous. Sound quality is amazing. The music really amps up what's going on around you in the world. Everything is designed to pull you in, and that's exactly what it does. The TV show is still also happening. That's a really big bonus. Very easy to understand user interface. 1 through 5 uses your skills. You can get really cool skills like Cloak, Overcharge, which does additional damage, Decoy, which allows people to face down instead of you, Blur, which increases your run speed, and melee weapon attack. There are cases where you can restock your bullets, which is a really great thing because the last thing you really want is to see that no ammo sign when you're trying to shoot something. Mutants, monsters, some really big bugs, wolves, looking creatures, mostly mutants. Yeah, there are merchants to buy from and sell to. One of the cool things is you can mod your guns. You get 4 basic slots. You get the stock, barrel, magazine, and scope. In order to upgrade them, you have to have the mod slots open. To do that, you go into your user interface, over to the salvage matrix, select the weapon that you want to modify, and then if you have the arc salvage needed, then you can add new mod slots to a weapon. From there, you install new mods. Everything that you do, from firing your weapon to increase your mastery to modifying your gun, does the exact same thing, which is gives you bonuses to that gun. It adds a lot of depth to the game. You don't see enough of in a lot of these big games that's coming out these days. Oh, did I mention you can run over people with your four-wheeler? Hey, come on, that's actually kind of cool, you know. Yeah, you're running over mutants in your four-wheeler. This is an amazing game that Tryon has really outdone themselves with, that will probably stand the test of time unless it comes to the point where nobody's bothered checking it out, which is going to be a real shame, because this game has a lot to offer. So if you're into FPS, sci-fi, even any kind of a combat game, this is something that you're going to want to check out, because this is truly a great game.